Hey, good evening, guys. Eric Matthews back with you guys again, okay? I made a personal commitment to myself to make a video every day for you guys out there, and I plan on sticking to that commitment personally. And um, the reason why I made that commitment to myself is because I don't want to tell you to do something. It's not that I want to sit here and be the person to say, do as I say, not what I do. Do as I say, not what I do. So, the only way you're going to see how to progress with your online business is if you see what I'm doing and I'm sharing with you and see that I'm doing something that's making a change in my life, then you do the same thing. And it's just simple to follow it that way. And the big thing I want to touch on tonight is that if you look at the percentages and you look at the statistics, okay, 98% to 95% of people fail at their online business, which that leaves 5 to 2% people that succeed. Now let's talk about why people succeed and why people fail, okay? The reason why people are failing or and not getting through their online business, it really doesn't have a lot to do with the business they get into. Number one, you're going to have to invest in yourself because this is your business. When you start an online business, okay, you get that email, fire your boss, okay? You are your own boss. You're making your own schedule. You have a to-do list, okay? You have a thing to do every day. You have to stick to that every day. You have to treat it as if it is a job. This is your job. You are the boss of yourself. You need to do what you have to do to get things done. And you have to stick it out. Things are going to get tough. Things aren't going to be easy all the time. You're going to get rejections. You're going to get people that are upset, that have been screwed over many times by many other people maybe online. And you know what? A lot of the times, the reason why people haven't succeeded is because they haven't followed all the directions that they were given. For example, from in my life, I can only use me for an example because I can't. It's the best way for me to relate to anything is by using me, and for you to relate, I can see exactly what I go through. So, for instance, in the Power Network, you have the 8 core commitments. Now, if you do 7 out of the 8 core commitments a day, and then you say to me, and you're on my team, and say, well, I don't understand why it's not working, Eric. I don't understand why it's not happening for me here. They say, it says, all I got to do is blog, and I'm going to make thousands of dollars. Well, and I say, well, are you doing this? And you say, no, but I'm doing all these other things. It's not about that. It's about doing everything. And it's about being consistent. You have to be consistent, guys. It's a daily thing, a daily reprieve. Just do it every day, guys, every day. You got to keep doing it. Keep on the grind. I know you guys see videos of gurus and guys that, are sitting there on a beach and, now they're making money and they don't have to be sitting in front of their computer. Well, guess what? They did at one point have to sit and do exactly what you're doing. And they did everything they had to do. In my situation, this is my life here, okay? This is my lifestyle. When I chose to become, start my own business and work for myself online and become my own boss, it was a decision. I have 2 children, 6 and 7 years old. Okay, I put everything into this, and when I say everything, not all my money. I have money, okay, that I still have, but time is money. So every day that I sit and I work and I do my online business, and I'm working to build my team and to make money online, that every day, if I didn't do something and I didn't do everything that I was supposed to do, and I wasted that day, I wasted a piece of what I could have been doing if to support my family, to support myself, and to give my family a better life. So, You really need to think about that, because it seems like when people start in the business, they have this fire inside of them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, oh here we go, we're ready to go. We're here we go. Oh, I'm ready to blog. I'm ready to write this. I'm ready to learn. I'm all into it." And then you know what? You get 30, 60, 90 days down the road, and all of a sudden you start to slow down and things start to stagger off, and then before you know, you're on the internet, and then you get sidetracked by this or sidetracked by that, and next thing you know, what happens? What happens? You lose focus. You start to do something else. You're not doing what you were doing. And then you didn't even get to the result yet, because you didn't finish even going through the procedure. You have to go from beginning to end. And then do it over again. And do it over again. Because if you're doing something, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, guess what, guys? If something's not working, don't keep doing it. Take a look at yourself. Get a to-do list. Write it down for the day. And do those things that need to be done and get them done. And then if you have time after that, you know what? There's always time to go out there and then market yourself even more. Write another blog. If you already wrote your one blog for the day, write another one then. Or brainstorm on it, or journal, or read, or do something that is going to be productive, that is going to better yourself. Because the only way you're going to succeed in this business online and being your own boss is if you better yourself. Because other people are only going to want to be following you and be with you and be on your team is if they see something in you that makes them want to be a part of what you're doing. That's the bottom line. Do you think that people like David Wood and David Sharp are where they are because people didn't want to be like they are and be in their position to be in their shoes? No, that's why they have thousands of people that are following them and they come to their events and do what they do. But they've given opportunities to people where for only $25, you can do that. But you have to put in the work and you have to do the things. I mean, he talks about it. Instead of watching TV, listen to an audio from somebody that's already been in your shoes. Everybody started off somewhere. Everybody. Nobody just woke up one day and was the guru and had it all and was the millionaire and that was it. Nobody. They all started somewhere. And they all went through the struggles and they got through them. And the people that stick through the struggles and stick through it and get through it and go through it and push through it and drive through it and really work through it. For an example, for myself, when I was 22 years old, I said, I'm going to win the Golden Gloves in 6 months. I trained. I called my mother. She laughed at me. She laughed at me on the phone. And guess what? 6 months later, I was in the finals of the Golden Gloves. My mother flew all the way up to New England just to see me fight, and 33 seconds, I knocked the guy out because I worked that hard. I wanted it that bad. Now, how bad did you want it? How bad did you want this? There's plenty of food for everybody. Do you want to eat or do you not want to eat? If you have a family, think of it this way. Do you want them to have food on the table or do you want them to starve? So take heed to what I say, guys, and start marketing. Just get yourself out there. Start talking to people. Find the guys that you see, and just connect with them, and get in with them, and start talking to them, and start finding out some of the things. And don't be afraid to humble yourself and ask questions, because guess what? You don't know it all. Neither do I. And the second you realize that you don't know it all, and that there's more knowledge out there for anybody and everybody, and knowledge is power, the possibilities are endless and the sky's the limit. They say it all the time, leaders are readers, because when you read, you're learning, you're gaining knowledge about things. You can read, gain knowledge, learn things, and the more knowledge you have, the more you have to offer, the more you have to give to somebody else, and the more you better yourself. So, the bottom line is in your hands. Now, I understand that sometimes things happen. You get a sponsor, all of a sudden disappears. Okay, that happens. But you know what? There's always other ways to find people to help you. So, and it's happened to the people, many of the people that are on the top, that they've had that happen. It's just how bad you want it. And the more you learn, the more you earn. And the cool thing and the best thing about this business is you can't earn while you learn. You don't have to go to college for 8, 12, 14 years, and by the time you're 50, you paid off your debts. And then you're, now you're a doctor, and you're 55 years old, and now you're living the life that you always wanted. That's good and great and all, and hey, look, if that's what you want, that's good, and more power to you, and hey, what would the world be without having people, and the doctors, there to help us? But if this is what you chose, and this is what you decided to do, or you're interested in, then you need to go all in. I mean, you need to just go, you need to go full force. Okay, and I'm not trying to say, okay, and this, those of you out there that do this part-time, if you're doing it part-time, when you're doing it, at least do it to the fullest. Make the most of your time, make the most of yourself, and you will see the things happen that you want to happen. Guys, I hope you got something out of this. It's more of a motivational thing tonight. It wasn't really a lesson learned here. It was just trying to motivate you guys to get up and just keep going, keep driving, keep at it. It'll happen. All right? See you on the next video. Love you guys. Peace. God bless.